Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mushoku Tensei, a Job with the Reincarnation. Tonight we're at episode 17. So, what happened last time? Boom. I'm gonna get this is episode 16. I just watched this hoe, like, a minute ago. I took a nice little, like, 10-15 minute break to, like, snack on some crackers in between, but no. We are just coming out of this strong. And no wonder these episodes are, like, 16, 17 are meant to be watched together, or at least I was told that I should maybe watch them together. Cause yeah, we're right on the Paul. The Paul reunion did not go optimally, but that was kind of the best part of it. So, let me just go to the start. We'll do a little bit of a scroll through. And yeah, I'm so close. You have no idea how much restraint it's taking me to not just immediately jump into episode 17. But no. Let's do a little bit of a scroll. Let's do a little bit of a scroll. So Team Dead End doing good. Things going great. We're in now the. Oh, what was that, like, Millis something? I didn't write the freaking city's name down, man. We're in the Millis continent's capital, I believe. Or at least a really big city here. Like Milishon or Milishian, something like that. I'll catch it next time I see it. I'll write it down. But in this place, Rudy thinking of, oh, maybe I should write a letter to my good papa, my good father. Though it has been a year and a half. And as he does so, he sees what looks like a kidnapping victim, which is really just the name of the game at this point. Big reveal. Well, first we got to put on the panties. Big reveal. It's Paul's team that did this because they're actually saving the kid, which crazy, absolutely crazy. Why is this woman dressed like this? This has got to be some sort of technique, right? I mean, it's distracting Rudy. He's literally, dude, it's crazy. He's literally using his time vision, his, like, can see into the future vision, just to watch the boobs bounce around twice as much. Because he gets to see it in the future and then see it happen again. That's cheating. That's cheating. No, but for real, yeah. Paul, the leader of this group, what was it, like, area adventuring, or, like, rescue squad, he had the full title, shows up, fights Rudy a bit. Big reveal. Yeah, it's them. The issue is that, what we might have hoped would be a pleasant father-son reunion very quickly turns sour, because, Paul is not in a good mental, and, like, not in the slightest in a good mental. I mean, losing, Zenith, Lilia, and, which one, Aisha, will do that to you, especially, like, he cares about his family, he definitely does, so for him to feel that responsibility and to up to this point have completely failed in rescuing any of them, like, no wonder he's got that weight on him. And then in pops in Rudy, who he's like, oh, this is like Rudy. He literally in his note, because it was a note like partially to Rudy, was like, I expect that you're fine. He like had wrote in something like that in. So for Rudy to show up and be like, have no idea what's going on. This is the first time he's checked in with the family, and it's literally by happenstance, because he was just gonna send a letter for the first time, like, today, sure. But other than I'm gonna send a letter today, if this meeting was yesterday, this would have been the first time he even thought about it, right? So Paul immediately gets venomous with him. Like, it's not good. It's not good at all. Just tearing into him for, like, and I think it's just projection of Paul's younger, like, womanizing adventuring days. So, like, the shame he feels of that, he's projecting onto Rudy and being like, wow, like, I thought you were better than this kind of thing. I know you could do better. I know you could have, like, helped find them. I've been out here suffering trying to find our family, and you've been out screwing around kind of thing. Which isn't fair to Rudy, because Rudy's been making a lot of moves. But also fair to Paul, none of Rudy's moves have really had to do with the immediate family. I mean, they've all had to do with Eris, sure, but, yeah. So it's just, that's a pretty, man, it's crazy too, because the reunion, I mean, Rudy was gone for years, even before the teleportation thing, because he was out tutoring Eris. So even that has it, like, longer, which is crazy. But yeah, so Paul gets, like, kind of just so verbally aggressive as they escalate each other up, because Rudy starts prodding at him. Like, dog, you can tell, like, this guy's losing it. Do not prod at somebody that's losing it. But at the same time, Paul, this is your son. Don't punch him. So yeah, hands are thrown. Rudy rolls Paul because he got that future vision, and no one's ever ready for future vision. Paul just looks tired and sad, and his hopes have been dashed before him. It's not fair of him to say, I know you could do better. Ugh. And then Norn comes out of left field, bro, and says, stop bullying my father, dude. That's the craziest part. But I mean, like, look back. Look at Paul's face here, man. He's kind of handsome. He just looks like I think he's like, I deserve this. You know? I think it's defeat. It's total defeat of just, he's a very damaged man at this point, or like a very weighed upon man. And so as Rudy's just pummeling him, he's like, I failed. Rudy, my only hope that my failure that I'm projecting onto Rudy, my only hope that I had, which has now been dashed, that I had projected onto Rudy, is just like a dead end. No pun intended. That's crazy to me. It sucks. He's just laying here, just taking the hits, you know? And Norn comes in. Yeah, you see Paul just laying there. Ugh. Oh, Norn, it's okay, Norn. It's okay. We're gonna have such a good brother-sister bond one day, Norn, but just not today. Rudy just, man, he doesn't act like a human a lot of the time. Like, emotionally, you know? He's got such a, like, facade he puts up, and that just, man, when emotions are tough, that will rub people so wrong. To act all chipper and as if nothing's bothering you, like, people hate that, you know? Because it's like as if it's like you don't understand. Like, Paul's looking at Rudy, who's talking all like happy and chipper, and you know, isn't and not really taking anything, like taking the conversation seriously. He's just kind of like proudly talking about his adventure he's been on. And Paul's just getting more and more frustrated and disappointed and upset. It's just, you know, it's just tearing him apart. And then like here, he immediately is like, oh, do you remember me? Like, I'm Rudy, da da da. Like, he immediately kind of does that persona. He puts on that persona back on for Norn. Norn's not having it at all. Because why would Norn have it? Like, that's not going to work here. And he looks around, he's like, dang, no one's accepting this right now. But I don't think they're really judging him. I think he's, like, yes, maybe judging him a bit, but, like, the girl was telling Paul to back up, you know? So, like, for him to immediately think of the classmates and those looks he's gotten previously, you know, that's, I don't think what everyone's thinking, you know? Like, Paul really is a mess, and I don't think anyone can blame Rudy for throwing hands. Yeah, I feel like people will, I don't know. I feel like it's not as bad as Rudy thinks it is. Or, like, you know, these emotions, this feeling is more just, like, how he feels rather than, like, is actually in the air as much. But yeah, let's work together. We have bigger priorities. We gotta save the family. Paul, you have to apologize and you have to pay for this, but at the same time, we got things to do. You can just see, he's just devastated. He's just devastated. Oof. And I don't blame Rudy either. I don't blame either of them for this. I really don't. That's what makes it such a interesting situation. You know, that just is like, ugh. Man, no, Paul, you got to apologize to Rudy. And Rudy, honestly, Rudy just wasn't in the know, and then escalated it, which is like just as bad, because the escalation's not good. But he has that, like, ignorance. He got that ignorance boost, you know? Like, he literally just didn't know how bad it was. So, like, Paul has got to accept that on some point of just, like, it's just horrible how it ended up. He got teleported somewhere and then just never heard about it, you know? Unlucky. You can only really get mad at Rudy for not thinking about it and for not making it his priority to check in on what happened with the disaster. Because he should have. Rudy should have. Like, that was a misplay from Rudy, sure. But, you know, no malicious intent there. But then for Rudy, like, for Paul to be so devastated, and for Rudy, and for him to start jabbing at Rudy, and for Rudy to, because, like, it's not for Paul to jab at Rudy, right? Because he doesn't know Rudy's situation the best, right? And then for Rudy to start jabbing back at him, like, Rudy, you know, you gotta be able to, thick skin's important, you know? But also, I don't blame you, and I totally feel it. That's just how escalation happens. Ugh. And then the tears welling up, like the blurry, it looks like tears. He goes back to acting like his persona and then vomits because of the stress. Like, no, you care, and it's good to care. It's important to care. Eris cares about you. And she's literally shaking when she's trying to comfort you. You see how much she cares? She's not pretending. That's one of the... Rudy can get two-faced, right? He can put on that mask and like pretend everything's fine and pretend he knows what's going on and like not communicate properly. I mean, that's what happened previously with Ruby Jerd, and then that's what's happening now again, and that's what happened back in like the beginning, right? That's why someone like Eris I love so much, because she never puts on any mask. She's so genuine always. It's just a fire. You know? And then Ruby Jerd's like, this is a good energy, Eris. Instead of attacking, let's turn it into comforting. Thank you, Ruby Jerd. If he's miserable, then you should comfort him. He says, let's move this. Let's move this to what actually matters. And then, aww, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Aww. We're gonna make it, boys! We're gonna make it, boys and girls! We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! I believe. We have Eris for support. We have... Paul is devastated, but I think Rudy should now he should be able to understand why and approach the situation with that knowledge. I think he'll be able to navigate it better. I don't think Paul's... The emotions Paul is feeling, I think he would agree, is largely within himself, right? Disappointment, unrealistic expectations being shattered, hope being extinguished, the weight of his family, all and such. You know, he should have been worried about Rudy. I mean, you know, like, it is kind of unfortunate that it's just super unfortunate how this panned out. But I think Paul can also have a bit of a comeback, you know. I think, man, this last look in his eyes where he just kind of settles into himself, I think that's him introspecting and being like, what am I doing? Like, what is this? You know, like, what... You know, like that just complete, like, I think it's just defeat. I think it's defeat. And so I think Eris support, get Rudy back on his feet. Paul looks within himself, and then that will help him apologize and reconcile with frickin' Rudy. I'm seeing this as a crazy reconciliation, bro. A crazy, we're gonna make it work. I believe. I think the adventuring squad's gonna help him. I think Eris is gonna help. Eris is helping Rudy. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to make it. We're going to team up. Everything's going to be good. This is not copium. This is realium. He just looks so sad. He just looks so sad. Sophie, what are you doing in Senate? Okay. Is it time? I think it's time. We watch episode 17. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll say it right when I'll say it. No, I'll say it now. I'll say it now. OVA either after episode 18 or after this season. I don't know which. We'll figure it out. Just not now and not before 18. I've been told that's best, so that's kind of the idea. If you disagree, drop a comment or join the Discord and talk to me there. Bet. Okay. So you're gonna have to be on a timer. I'm watching these fast. I'm trying to watch the show, man. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Episode 17. Eris Clutch plus Paul Clutch plus Black. What are they called? Black Fangs. The Fangs of the Black Wolf Clutch. Oh no, that's the old adventuring crew. The like. Whatever it's called, Clutch. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it happen. Episode 17. I'm actually so excited. Let's get this going. In a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang! Dude, this opening's crazy already. Norn flashback? Whoa. He got teleported too. Wow. What a horrible feeling. Thank goodness he grabbed Norn. Good reflex to grab Norn there. Because I'm sure it exploded and he just had the closest one, you know? Oh no, he was just watching it. It was just kind of luck. Okay. Aww. Those lost on their path? Crazy lyric to drop here. Norn being raised in this environment is crazy with the dad that's like falling apart. Look at him. Dude, Paul's my boy. Paul, you and me to the end of the earth, bro. To the end of the world. I'm here for Paul, bro. I love this Paul we're seeing. Because I'm so sympathetic for somebody that's like been worn down by caring, you know? The bitter melancholy of barren lands. Dude, this music! Refugees. What's good with you, man? Dang, look at him rallying the people in the wake of this calamity. He's taken a lot of burden on himself, I bet, here. Like everybody else as well, you know? Norn! Aw, flower crown! Dude, this Paul, I'm here for this Paul. Oh, but it started to go bad. It started to go bad as the pressure got to him, as the drinking went up, as the flower crown wilted. Oh. Norn. My Norn loved. You know how long he stares at that map every night, trying to figure out where they went. Oof. Dang! What a good opening, bro. What a good opening. That was maybe my favorite opening they've done. Is that Geese? Oh yeah, frick everything that just happened. Let's follow Geese for the next episode. I'm down. I'm playing. Give me more Paul action. Geese? Wait, Geese, you're friends with Paul? Okay, Geese. Okay. I didn't know Geese was out like that. Holy. That's so funny. Poor Norn is like the support system for Paul. That's crazy for Norn. I love that relationship so much between Norn and Paul. It's just so sad. It's so tragic. Man, y'all drinking like crazy. Geese! Okay, he knows it's Rudius. He knows it's Rudius. Yeah, the connections are made. 11? I thought we hit 12. Good question. Nah, you gotta put some respect on Rudy's name, bro. Geese is about to clutch this so hard. That's my boy right there. That place is hell on earth, man. You don't know how bad he had it. Whoa, Geese from the Demon Continent. Yeah, you don't know how much he was struggling there. How hard it was for him to keep Eris alive. Thank you, Geese. Dang, yeah, we heard about that. Somebody in the comments said like they had to kill like the tree monster or something. That's why it looked like a hand. So cool. True. Plus he had someone to protect. Geese, bro, Geese is the smartest man alive. Yeah, he doesn't want to show that vulnerability, man. You got so much on your plate, man. Bro, Geese. Nah, man. And he punched him in the face. After, yeah. Dang, Geese laying into him. No, this is Paul. This is forcing him to think. This is good. This is good for. Yeah, this is good. You had one of your kids who were missing came back to you. That should be good. Geese, bro. The Geese clutch. Facts. Thank you. Thank you. I was not expecting Geese to be the clutch there, but that was the best. That was like the perfect thing he could. I love that. Aw, good night, Norn. Oh, y'all getting freaky with it? No, okay. I was about to say, with Norn right there on the... Aww. See, you do care. Whoa! What could have happened? Did he just vomit? Oh, no, okay. Splashing water on himself. Yeah. Paul, this is the start of the greatest redemption arc in all of history. No! You're so salvageable, man. No, Paul, this is the start of the greatest redemption arc that I've ever seen, Paul. Paul stocks are through the moon right now. Oh, break that bread. Like it's the Sabbath. Like father, like son, both of y'all going through crazy redemption arcs here. Paul? Eris? Hey, Richard, clutch. Richard's like, I'm not dealing with this. Yes, Eris! Hey, you tell him, Eris. Actually, go for it, Eris. You tell him. Okay. Don't start with that. Come on, be real. Don't start with that. Thank you, Richard. Dude, he just picks her up like she's a cat, bro. Oof. You get him! Get him! Like the scruff of her neck, bro. Whoa. Whoa! Coming from Richard, that's wild. Richard knows that dynamic. That's wild. Okay. Alright, gentlemen. Like father, like son. Oh, I'm believing so hard in you guys right now. You have no idea. I'm that bartender right now. Okay. Wow. Ah, good. Good start. You don't mean that 100%. No, I know it hurts because you felt it was true, and it sucked. So there were parts of it that were, but no, that's not. Yeah, Paul, I need you. No, I need you to. Paul, I need you to lock in right now, man. Yes. I hear a baby crying. That makes them both think of Aisha, bro. Oh. Oh, the town's gone, bro. Dang. There's no home to go back to, man. Bro, this is so tense. Good! Bartender clutch. Got bartender, thank you. Yeah, make him sit his little booty back down. I told you I'm the bartender. Yeah, don't get no toxic masculinity. Y'all care about each other. Father, son. Whoa, whoa. Was it your... Yeah, when they worried about you. Bro. Oh, is that his younger brother, maybe? Oh, a friend. A friend. My dad's strict. Ouch. Ooh, exactly that carefree, upbeat. Yeah, that's exactly. Wow, it's exactly what it was with you and Paul. Mm. He never did, though, huh? You had to go to him, man. You can't wait for him to come back to you. That's the issue. True. Good recognition. Oof. You're putting aside some of your pride. You're recognizing him for being real. Yeah. Thank you, Rudy. I like that. Yeah, new start, new start. True! Yeah, y'all both got... Yes! Yes, Rudy. Thank you, bartender, bro. Now we're gonna hug. Yup. Exactly. Aww. Now catch the lad. Look, you got one of them back. You got one of them back, Paul. Aw, there we go, dude. Yeah. Dang, I love Paul so much. Aww. You can, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Are you talking about the amount of time? Okay. No, that's some father-son bonding right there if I ever seen it. Yes, sir. Hello? Who's gonna kill me? Oh, it's Eris. What happened? I was about to say, they're not gonna undercut this happy moment with something horrible, right? Who did you fight? No, we good now. Yeah, we chill, Eris. No, you're allowed to be miserable. Hey, don't apologize for being miserable. Don't apologize for being miserable. No, I don't accept that apology, man. But this is good. Good stuff. Ruby Jared, bro. Eris, hey, shut up. I will smack you. Millie Shion, that's it. Okay. Shion. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you. I got bad news about your family, Eris. Yeah. How is she gonna take this? Saurus is dead. Crazy that Gilane's not been found. Whoa. She ain't naive. Dang. That last piano note hit different. I'm so sad we're leaving. Hey, no, you gotta meet up with Norn. Yes, y'all gotta make up too. Y'all gotta have a proper introduction. Ruby Jerd. Bro, Ruby Jerd has grown on me so much. He looks so much healthier. The bags under his eyes, you know? Oh, I gave Ruby Jerd things to everyone. Geese? Bro, Geese, hey, bring it in, Geese. You're the realest Geese I ever met. I love Geese. He helping out. That's my boy right there. When did Geese become the best character in the show? Oh, Paul got emotional off of Geese. Me too. Yeah, shape up. You got people who care about you. You got people who care about your mission. Vieira, Sierra, whatever your names. Alright, Norn. We're gonna ace it now. Wow, dude. The stocks are literally maximized right now. I've never had the stock market look this good before. You and me too. You and me, Paul. Hey, you and me, Paul. Reunion. That was fire. That was so good. I ain't gotta know the next one. Dang, that reunion was crazy. Just man, them crying in each other's arms. That got me. That almost got me really bad. Just hearing him sob because you knew that was so close. You knew that was always like just the right push at any time, and that would have been him. That's been him for the last couple months, you know. And yeah, I mean, it comes from such a good place, and I'm so glad that we got to that good place. That you know. And they're both sorry. And even Rudy, I think, was either about to cry or maybe started crying a little bit. Like, right, you can see his face. Like, right there, that looks like he's close to crying, you know? So he's getting hit with those empathy shots, too, you know? What a good episode, bro. I'm so glad that Paul is just back in action. Paul is the realest. I love Paul so much. Philip's missing 2 and the estate is gone. Wow. That's crazy. So there's really nowhere to go back. Why are we even going back? Just to see if other people are there? Like, is there, like, you know? And then afterwards they're going to be hunting. So what's probably going to happen is we'll go back with Eris, and be like, okay, like, we have Eris, you know, and that's gonna lead our dead end squad to the guys that killed Saros. They're gonna be led to the other, right, because Eris is a political person, like a political figure, and Saros got iced, and so there's a place where the political figures are gathering. So I imagine that like Eris is gonna go back to her hometown, and then that they're gonna like be like, okay, like, if Philip's somewhere, or if noble people are somewhere, it's here. I mean, like Hilda is Hilda around? That's like straight up her mom. And that's where Sylphie is. That's why that's important. That's where Sylphie is. So we're gonna meet Sylphie by reuniting Eris with political figures probably, and then what? The quest is to go find the rest of the family members, and we'll have Sylphie with us probably. I don't know what's going on with Sylphie at all. White hair? Sylphie, who's your barber? And then Eris. I don't know if Eris will join us. I would really hope Eris stays with us just to that. I really like her, obviously. I hope we get Sylphie into Eris. Roxy, what? We just don't have... Roxy's just chilling on the demon continent, so I guess we're not going to have, like, the ultimate Quadra squad. And then I'm fine with Ruger to stay with us, too. F it, right? Like, what else is he going to do? Repair this beard reputation on his own? I guess he could, but, you know, using the movement that dude, Geese. This opening was crazy, by the way. I love this relationship of, like, sweet child and as an emotional support to horribly emotionally wounded person. Because it's tragic, and it's so sad for the child, you know, where it's like that poor child probably feels like they are the emotional support, and they're like, I think they can recognize that to some degree, where it's like, this person that is supposed to be my parental figure and is my parental figure, like, is a mess, and like I can make them happy, I can make them feel better, and so like they feel a pressure for the like not understanding the what's going on and the weight on Paul's shoulders. I'm sure Norn to some degree feels like I can help, like it's my fault, you know, like those kind of thoughts are so interesting and so like tragic to me. But Paul always loved Norn and always was there, and, you know, hugging Norn, cherishing Norn. It was just, you know, even when he got drunk later, still, it's like, Norn, you are the reason that I care so much. Like, I care about you so much, and I care about your family so much, because you're my family, right? And that's so sweet to me. So, like, and yeah, and him, like over her, like, making sure she's sleeping well, and, like, just cherishing her presence, because it, you know, it's she's all he's got, but it's also just like, yeah, that is so sweet to me. That is so heartfelt to me. That really, and man, this cold open was crazy too. Just the experience. Rudy was talking to Man God during his, and then freaking Eris was just straight up, you know what I mean? And then woke up and immediately was like, oh, that's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. It's a spirit in my mouth. That's crazy. Yeah, not a spirit. Okay, let's careful with our wordage, because we're talking. Okay, Geese, bro. Dang, Geese has got a little bit of, what's that thing called, bro? His hair from his crotch is like climbing up to his belly. Okay, Geese trying to show off to the woman. Geese, Mr. Steal Ya man, bro. Mr. Steal Ya woman. Mr. Steal Ya Geese. But no, yeah, Geese pretty much handled this pretty perfectly. The hopeless dad thing is interesting to me, because it's like he's doubling down on being like the worst in the same way that I think Rudy has in the past. And like Rudy even empathized with Paul, like, you know, like comparing it to his young, like him at the other time, like him in his past life in his past life. So I mean, I don't know, I thought that was a really fun connection, and just like him being like, yeah, I'm the worst. I'm a drunk, pathetic, worthless garbage who can't even save my family, who can't find anyone, and all I do is get drunk, and Norn worries about me, my own kid, who I'm supposed to be their parent. I'm supposed to make sure that nothing goes wrong in their life, and I'm the one thing they stress about, because I can see it in their eye. You know, like, there's those thoughts are definitely bumping around, you know, poor Paul's head. And Geese comes in and says, like, yeah, like, you do look worthless, sure, but, you know, like, Rudy's had it rough, man, and, like, you should really consider the following. You would rather him have had a worse journey? You would rather him to show up just as desolate and desperate as you? You'd rather him show up, bags under his eyes, you know, miserable, depressed? No, you should be happy that he's happy, because that's exactly what you're fighting for. You're fighting for your family to be happy and to exist well, okay? So for one of them to show up and not be as miserable as you doesn't mean you should be double down and make them miserable. No. And I think it's just because Paul feels so alone, right? Like it's just like no, I totally see why, and that like lashing out. But man, stocks were high in the market matched. Geese literally, get in here, Geese, bro. not expecting Geese to be the realest one alive. Yeah. And then for Paul to realize it, yeah, would I really have wanted to see Rudy again with him dying and miserable and missing body parts and the such? No. Of course not. Like, that's the worst thing I could ever imagine. So, you know, maybe, like, what I'm fighting for is for Rudy and Norn for Rudy to be able to have Norn as a sister and just, you know, have that family back, right? That's what I'm fighting for. So that's what I should cherish when he is able to kind of be like that. Eris is so right. Look at her. We gotta temper her spirit even more. Listen, Eris, there's a time and a place. That's why Ruijerd's the clutchest one alive. I love Ruijerd. Look at her go, dude. Look at her go. Dude, this frame of her face. What is she doing? Look at all these kicks she's throwing. That right there. Now that's what I'm fighting for. I'm gonna print that out and like tape it to my roof. Every day I'm gonna wake up, open my eyes, I'm just gonna see her screaming at me. Right there. Whoa, wait. Most fathers are far from perfect. Hey, most people are far from perfect. Being a father, being a mother, being a brother, being a sister, none of that suddenly makes you non-human. And that's exactly what they were talking about later, you know. But coming from Ruijerd, in his relationship with his son, Ruijerd's I love Ruijerd. It's crazy. The craziest Ruijerd lines I've ever read before. These lines that have such weight coming from him because of losing his son and you know, killing his son. And having his son break him out of his battle berserk, right? Which is, most fathers are far from perfect. I mean, he literally, in a state of magical rage or cursed rage, killed his own son. I mean, there's that has such an insane weight from him. And while that's being said, Eris is flailing around like a rabid animal. It's just so funny. You may have your grievances, but those only matter while your son is alive. So settle them. So settle your grievances now, because you can still fix them. You can still fix that relationship. Once your son dies, if your son dies, maybe you'll die first if you're lucky, but if your son dies, then like you can't fix it anymore. And I'm sure Ruijerd has had to sit with that himself alone for so many nights to reach this point, you know? Where are we going? Ruijerd, let go. What is wrong with you? Eris, shut up. Shut up. And the bartender's the most clutch human alive as well, man. I knew as soon as I saw this guy, I knew, oh, he's me. Oh, he's rooting for these two. That's my boy right there. And he said, no, sit down, come on. He says, at least look him in the face. You tell him, bro. Dang. Dang. And then I've seen a face like that somewhere a long time ago. It was his face in the mirror. It was his face in the mirror, man. Like father, like son, bro. Yeah, it's crazy because like he's saying these things like, oh, you get to spend all your time gaming or whatever. Like that's like, it's nice. Like you're living the life, man. I'm jealous. But little does he know that that's like the great insecurities that, you know, past life Rudy was feeling. So like making fun of that like isn't gonna look good. But you know, that just shows us even more of that shame, of that like self-hate, which is not good, obviously, right? I'm glad that we fixed that and kind of in the same way that, you know, in exactly the same way that Paul is, I'm a hopeless dad, I'm horrible, I'm alcoholic, I'm worthless. You know, in the same way that he's like sinking into it. I mean, Rudy's like, I'm a shut-in, I'm the worst, blah, blah, you know, it's that same thing. And then if someone comes to try to lift you up and you fight them and you push them away, oof. Yeah. I mean, I totally get it too, because like this kid should not be making jokes about his shut-in status. Like that's kind of a dick move. But I understand that he's not trying to be a dick. You know. Why is he so carefree? So yeah, exactly what I was trying to talk about last episode, man. That's just gonna kill you. Because of course it would. You're not matching the energy. How could you understand? You're so upbeat. Like you don't know what it's like. It just gets so violent. It gets so acidic. But then, yeah, the biggest misplay from Rudy is not, like, you don't passively wait for someone to show up and then apologize to them. Because if they care enough to come back, if, like, you know, then you're going to be like, oh, well, they're fine. Maybe I don't even need to apologize. You know, like, no. You realize that, but you didn't go outside. He's looking out of a window. No, he's looking out of his door. He's looking out of his door. No, it's a window. It's a window. Shout out the ED. Apologize the next time he came by. Passive mindset. Passive. He never visited me again. And he saw, and that's the face in the mirror, bro. That's the issue right there, man. He recognizes it, though. Pride. But Paul, yeah, but man, Geese came in clutch to smack Paul to his senses. Bring his pride back down. So good. And honestly, like, Paul has it really. I feel for Paul so much, that pressure he's feeling, you know? And then, yeah, I like how Rudy, it is, I did kind of feel like that Rudy slipped back into his, like, chipper, like, fake attitude here. I mean, you can hear it in the way he speaks, right? But this is him genuinely being like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to make this connection. And what I really appreciate, though, is that Rudy gets emotional here too. Like he really looks like he's about to cry for a second, right? Which shows that, like, you know, he's acting all chipper, but like, no, this is the vulnerable moment. This is when you can be vulnerable. Like this is the father-son moment you didn't get to have much in your past life, you know? And it's crazy, like him saying like he's younger than I was back then, which previously he like in episodes, like the first couple episodes, he kind of used to like hold himself over his father and like not, you know, like that kind of what caused that breakdown in the relationship originally, that first fight, was like part of it, right? So for him to say like he's younger than me, but he's doing more than I did, right? That's so like he's recognizing his own pride and tempering it and recognizing, you know, what Paul's trying to do. Rudy W. Thank you, Rudy. Man. And Paul in disbelief. He in disbelief for real. Because he's like, holy crap. One of them did come back. There is hope. I missed you. Oh, it's so sweet, man. The Paul voice actor's going crazy, too. Just the despair through the entire episode. Man, when he was being all, like, malicious, like, last episode. Oof! Man. I'm just watching this full scene again. Paul, come, bring it in, Paul. Bring it in, Paul. And then Eris pulls back up and tries to swing on him on the next scene, bro. Eris, you gotta calm down. Did you have a fourth? Oh, wait, a fourth kid. I get it now. A fourth kid. I thought, right? But not for lack of trying. Oh, so he was going... Well, okay, so he could have been going at it with Zenith again. Because there were that period that he was gone. Yeah, when we. So he's talking about Zenith. Like, we're just like, yeah, did you have any more kids with Zenith when I left? Not. Though I was banging her, don't you sweat it. Okay. Eris comes in swinging. Wait, how did she get the bruise? I honestly don't remember. What happened? You had to physically smack her? It wasn't easy to stop. She was that mad and that much trying to defend Rudy that he like accidentally like rammed her into a door on the way out or something. Eris, this is what I was talking about with Rudy the other day. With Rudy in the freaking forest. You gotta pull yourself out of the situation sometimes, you know? You can't, you don't want your own emotions to get in the way of proper healing, you know? Eris, you gotta learn, hey, you're a kid, you're loud and you're proud and you're shame, you know, your pride, you're stubborn, that's why I love you, but you gotta recognize when to pull yourself back. She fiery, bro. Man, it just comes out of such a good place, and it makes me so happy whenever I see that. I love her. I love her. I love Paul. Rudy, you're my boy. You can join. Hey, you can join the hug. Rudy, Jared, get in here. All four of them. All good. Geese. Hey, Geese, get over here, you little goosey goose. Ah. Rudy, Jared. What a fire episode. These last like 4 episodes have been like my favorite 4. I feel like, yeah, the last 4 have been so good. I feel like it went up a notch. I really do feel like it went up another notch. As soon as we went in that forest, that beast forest, it locked in a level deeper, man. Yeah, but now we know the information. Now we know more information. We're heading to where everyone were before the estate, Futoa, right? No longer exists. Eris, yeah, because I mean, we've seen her crack a few times, right? Traveling. I feel like we've seen her crack a few times in regards to like her family, you know, and like the pressure, and like missing them and such. And so, like once, I feel like there's one time, I don't remember the exact situation, but like in one of I could like go search for it if I wanted, but I'll withhold. So, I mean, she's used to this world. She literally, got introduced to her getting curb stomped, right? Like this, like for her to be like, yeah, I mean, it might not be good when I get home, and for her to have already kind of reconciled that to a degree, I think makes a lot of sense. Though her like being calm was scary, you know, because you expect her. She's a loud personality. So to hear that news, you'd expect her to have a loud response. So for her to have a cool and calm response is like even more stressful, all right? Because it's like, this is really serious, you know. You need a hug or something? Like, I don't want you, like Eris, I don't want you to, even Ghislaine, yeah, so, like, everyone she cares about, you know, from back then, other than Rudy, is just missing, right? So, like, Eris, you don't, in the same way that Rudy put it on all that mask and such, like, he literally put on the mask to try to comfort his dad, and then mid-hug, I think, realized, like, dang, I was really kind of, he started to cry during the hug, too, a little, or, like, he started getting emotional during the hug, because it's like, dang, like, I missed him too. Like, I'm not just playing around anymore. You know, like, I'm not even... Because I think he was trying to do it for Paul and then realized, like, dang, like, this is for me too, you know? Like, I'm feeling it too, right? And so, like, same thing with Aerosol. Like, the whole, like, in the same way Rudy does his chipper attitude, I don't need you to get all stoic, okay? I need you to be real. Like, if you're really mentally... like, if this really hurts, right? And you need some, like, support, Rudy Jerd. Right there. Talk to him. You don't need your pride. You don't need to prove emotional resilience. We're called Dead End for a reason, okay? We're together. It's simple. It's simple. I'm sad we're leaving this quick. But I'd like to leave the city tomorrow. He's done screwing around. He's not going to stay in the city getting money for a while. You see how fast he leaves as soon as someone smacks some sense into him? Man was taking his time, low-key. Man was taking his time gamifying it, low-key, trying to, like, fix the reputation of the clan. It's not like he was, treating it like an MMO, but, like, he definitely wasn't full sending it as much as he should, right? He was growing lax with the adventuring spirit. I would say for sure. Both him and Paul had a little bit of shaping up to do, which is always true. We always got shaping up to do, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Rudy. So good. So good. Uh Nah, alright, let's go meet Sophie. Let's go to the manor. Let's go to the manor. We'll get led to the political place where Saros got killed. Maybe we'll follow that thing. Eris will realize you killed my dad. That'll be really, or you killed my grandfather. Have a really bad meltdown and get hyper aggressive and then get put in her place or something crazy. I don't even know. I could see her getting stomped by some like royal guards or whatever. Trying to kill like the freaking king emperor or whatever because she blames him for the execution of Saros. That's we'll get there. We'll get there. That'll be insane. Meeting up with Selfie. Hopefully, then we have our new squad. I don't know. I hope Ruiger keeps with us, but like he might not because once we get Eris home, like that was kind of the agreement. So we'll see what happens there. But Selfie, Eris, Rudy, hopefully Ruiger, hopefully Eris. Honestly, I'm just thinking Rudy Sylphie will 100% go looking for like Aisha because like Sylphie has that emotional connection to Aisha as well and to like Zenith and to Lilia. So Rudy and Sylphie are there, right? That feels right. Also, we just need to meet Sylphie again, right? See how she's changed. Have that entire thing. That's been a big thing we'll circle him back to. So that should be exciting. They're probably both going to be like 12 because I expect it'll take a little bit more time, and right now Rudy's 11, so they'll probably be both about 12. So 6 years. Hopefully hopefully Roxy shows up. But even then, like Roxy's not going to start hooking up with freaking Rudy when he's a kid. Like you still gotta wait. Unless Roxy crazy with it, in which case that's an entire another thing to figure out. But no, yeah. Hopefully Rudy or Eris and Ruiger join us. We'll see. It's not looking good for Ruiger, and then I just don't know about Eris. But then we just go searching. The adventure continues, right? Probably the gods will keep messing with us. Low-key Zenith is in a crystal prison in freaking the Draconic God's Palace or something. I don't freaking know. Because, I don't know, Zenith was really pogged apparently back in the day, right? So, I don't know, maybe, who knows? Who literally knows? Is she like a holy child? Is she important? I don't know. Or does she just get bad RNG and she's just trapped anywhere? Where's Ghislaine, bro? Ghislaine's literally the most cracked person I've ever met. And so for her to still be missing, she got teleported somewhere whack. She got teleported to like a battle arena in like the 7th pit of hell, bro. Unlucky. Fire episode though. I really did like the connection back to Earth Rudy as well. That was a good. They've been careful with them, but I liked that one was fair. I liked that one. Good growth. Paul, my beloved, we're feeling good. Geese, my beloved. Freaking out of nowhere. What were these two's names? I think they just said it before. Let me write these two down, and I think that'll be our spot. You see him shaping up. Oh, my phone died. JK, I'm not writing their names down. oh, hello, goodbye. This boob armor is just crazy to me. Can you explain that? Are y'all sister? Y'all are definitely sisters. You got matching hair pendants, and you both got the same hair color and the same eye color. So, why is one sister like dressed normally and the other one is straight up rompening? Like Wonka? Like what's up with the Wonkas, bro? Like, dude, why are you dressed like that? What's the reason? Is it to? This has got to be a move, right? Like some sort of like what's who's gonna? But one guy stabs you, you're dead. You have no armor. Like, why would you even wear armor plating on the bra? Like, no one's gonna stab you on the underside of the boob or straight up in the crotch. And even if they do, it's like you're covering minimal. So why even like just put on freaking lingerie at that point if you're trying to go the seductive route? Just say F it, we ball and full send it, right? No one's stabbing you there. Where are you running off to? We're still talking. I'm still talking. Hey, I got Norn in my arms. I'm not running with you. Okay, I'll calm down. Eris, what are you eating? Oh, you're eating bread? Dude, look at her chewing on this bread right now. Wait, are y'all on the same horse? Aw, they're riding on the same horse. That's kind of cute. Wholesome. Later, Rudy. Hey, later, Paul. You're looking good, Paul. Good stuff. Let's go say what's up to Sophie. Let's go hopefully have Eris have a meltdown and see what's horrible. It's Sophie versus Eris. Bro, Sophie versus Eris? Where Eris is having a meltdown, like attacking somebody, and then Sophie is like, you cannot attack the Emperor. Okay, Sophie. We'll see. We'll see. As the Emperor's true born, you cannot... I don't know. Wait, what color was that one guy's hair? Wait a second. It's crack. Where is that? Where was that information? Was it end of 14? Yeah, okay, okay. Sophie got her true hair color is white. What is the Emperor's true hair color? What is your hair color, Emperor? It ain't either of these guys. Emperor? He's just old, but he does have white hair, but it's probably just because he's old. What if she's like the trueborn of the Emperor? I kind of went on about like she could be like a noble that like got her hair dyed and like you know, or whatever. And like sent away or something. Or even I don't know. She might be dyeing her hair white. Like I mentioned that of course as well. And Darius is going to see things in Fitoa. What is on your eyes? Are you wearing shades or something just in front of you? What is this thing? Who put this stick here? What is this black thing in front of your eyes? I think it's like something that's on the railing. But who put like a little like an envelope or a freaking letter? I don't know what that is. A dagger sheath on the railing. Man, move it out of the way. I'm trying to look at her eyes. Crazy episode. 17. Really excited for 18 because apparently we're gonna do a comments on 18 for hopefully probably 15, 16, 17 because I kind of did these last three together. But yeah, fire episodes. I feel like the show's just getting better and better right now. So hopefully it just keeps to the moon, keeps going up. That's the dream. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this episode 17 of Mushoku Tensei Dark Reincarnation. On to the next episode 18. Should be exciting. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, blah, blah, blah. Comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me about other Mushoku Tensei friends there. But until then, until next episode, hit the notification as well. Bing, 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 ding, 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 notification bell, uploads, streams, and the such. You already know how it goes. And that's all I got for this episode. On to the next episode 18. Should be exciting. I'll be seeing you then. Peace. I missed. Wait, okay. Peace.